back with another stream, and ironically, I think last night I said I don't think I'm gonna do World Warships anytime soon, but I'm doing World Warships. So, yeah, kind of got a little bit of a spark reignited as I watched the uh, the trailer for the next update, which I already started watching the teaser trailers. The Duck of War mode definitely looks like it's gonna be fun, as well as the new port. I believe that Spanish battleship they talked about is the campaign ship. I think it wasn't too, actually, yeah, it was the campaign ship. All right, yeah, I'm sitting there watching the video after they go over it and like, what's the campaign ship? And then it just dawned on me now that was it. The loyalty rewards is nice. So, as just to make it a little bit clear on what I'm going to be end up getting from this loyalty, will show what I got last year, being Tashkent 39. I am slightly disappointed it's not a new ship like it has been for the lower tiers. Even if it was something simple like our a tier 7 ship, even if it was like, just, well, I don't think they would do a destroyer, but I feel like for tier 7 maybe they would do like a battleship or a carrier. But like, for example, if it was like, sister ship to Enterprise, like Yorktown, or I think it was Hornet. It's either Hornet or Watch. I think it was Hornet. Like one of those two, which I feel like for tier 7, that would carrier would probably be the best one to go with, just because I don't think they would give away a legendary tier 1. Also, legendary tier, we're getting a fucking bureau that well, especially one that you don't have to buy. I am actually excited for that. I can't remember the last time. Well, actually, no, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember the last time we got a bureau, which was Golden Lou, and these two were the most recent ones. But getting one where, the ship comes out and then the bureau comes out a year later, but actually just getting one that just drops. I mean, I say this like I have no bureaus to do. I have a lot to do, but I need to get the ships for them. Like, the only one I can really get done is Hakuryu. So I do need to work on getting my bureaus done. But German legendary tier CV, so that's pretty cool. Um, it's been so long since I played. I don't remember, when did the St. Patrick's Day stuff come out? Oh, I guess that would be, yeah. I have no idea when this stuff came out. I mean, most of them are just reskins. It would have been cool to get, like, one of the skins, but oh well. I mean, it'd also be cool to get Belfast. I still have yet to get Belfast. Maybe next year. But yeah, so it's basically pretty much going to be a free tier 7 premium ship, which is nice. Although what I'm going to do is, even though there might be some ships, like, alright, for example, we use a Yadachi. I'm not going to do one that has a global XP version, because that would just be a waste of a coupon when I could do... My options are pretty much Constellation, Rodney, Hampshire, Plymouth, and I believe that's it, because I believe all the other ones you either can get for GXP or I already have. So I'm not sure if I want to go with Constellation. I still have yet to kind of decide which one I want to go for. But Constellation, being an American battleship, is an option. Although I think I might go more for... I mean, Rodney could be interesting. I don't quite have... Well, I mean, I have the battle cruiser, but I don't think I have a battleship with this turret layout. Or there could also be Hampshire, which I find as an interesting looking ship. She could be an option. Anyway, let's get to the missions because I haven't really been. Well, let's just say here of how much I've played the game. If I just always did the weekly missions, I would at least have this one done. Like, I don't even have this done, so that shows how much I've been playing. I'm not bothering with this. The campaign ends in 4 days. We already have two other Admiral Hipper class ships that are at one tier lower, so they would probably fare better. I would also like to point out, I like that the whole point of them adding tier 8 was to put more spaces between tier 7 ships and legendary ships because the tier 7s get outclassed. But then, in tier 8, they add an Iowa, they add a Hipper, and then they bring a Yamato down from legendary tier. Anyway, missions, I'm mostly going to focus on pretty much these ones, like, premium supply, get some crates, and steal weekly assignments. I'm going to get the ship parts because I believe I should be able to get just enough to squeeze by with the marathon. Because I believe I can get like 1100 from the next one. So I get about 500 from these missions, and then the campaign. Not that. The campaign. All right, figure the campaign. That's 3 steps. So I'll be getting 200, and then I don't know, maybe try to get up to 20 to get that over 200. Because I'm gonna have like a 2 to 3. Or wait, no, there's also the coupons for the whatchamacallit too, because I'm probably gonna get the campaign. But anyway, just because I'm just trying to get these missions done as soon as possible, I am doing verse AI. Anyway, what ship do I want to use? I still have a lot of ships that I need to get camos for. Are either Rhode Island or Prussian. Prussian's usually my go-to tier, legendary tier ship. I fucking love this ship. I guess we'll do 3 Prussian, 2, whatchamacallit. I'm so glad I got the Prussian, yeah, I'm so glad I did the Prussian campaign. Probably one of my, well, definitely my favorite legendary tier battleship. Rhode Island is next, and then I'm not really sure after. Well, I guess Yamato. Yamato's, when Yamato wants to Yamato correctly, she's good. Gross or Kurt first? I don't know. I haven't really played Gross or Kurt first too much. I'm more used to Prussian with the accuracy. Oh shit, do I still have my secondary build on Prussian? I don't think so. I think I switched back to the accuracy. It wasn't really much of a build that changed. It was really just changing the commander build to one I already had a preset. It's cloudy out today, but other than that, it's rather nice. You got the window open. I'm excited for next update. Even though, like, I'm slightly disappointed that there's no special ship. That it's, but at the same time, though, it's also they're giving you a choice of almost any tier 7 for free. So, like, there's more of a choice, because, like, I could also be, like, for example, if they did do a carrier, I'd be a little bit excited to, like, have a new carrier to the fleet, but I probably wouldn't use it. Like, I might play it once, or play it enough to get it up to, like, 10,000 Elite XP. That's typically what I try to do with all my ships. Or I could have did, like, South Dakota or something. I wonder what they're gonna do for 4th of July this year. because this year's gonna be the 250th for America. Which I guarantee you, once I look at the comments for, because I mean, last year a lot of people complained about the American stuff. Not go well, I mean Wisconsin though, but they're complaining like too much American stuff. Which I do kind of see their point of like some nations that barely ever get. I think it's like people want more. Well, definitely not not high tier French battleships. If it was cruisers or destroyers, I think people wouldn't mind. But we always get so many top tier French. I don't mind them because they look pretty cool. But it's kind of like how people with the top tier French battleships, or I don't know. I think they just want more like. Well, I think I know some. Well, I don't think many people complain too much about high tier German stuff. Of course, though, kind of with any military vehicle game, you can't really go wrong with American, German, or Russian stuff. Like adding it into the game, there's gonna be followings for those stuff, but I think it's more like British top tier ships. Ooh, you. I should probably do that. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, Prussian, I see. Yeah, maybe it might be a good idea to back up. Oh, alright. Prussian woke up and chose violence. This fucker's getting annoying, so that will be my next target. I wonder if Tier 8, if they're going to do the same thing that they're doing with this year. And I wonder what they're going to do for Legendary Tier. Although Legendary Tier, they might wait for 10 years. I don't know what they're gonna do after they get out, like after, whenever they do. I mean, I guess they might just do reskins of other ships with different stats. And damn it, it's picking out my nail, and then I got a piece of skin. I'm gonna have to cut that off with nail clippers. Because if I yank it, it's probably gonna go all the way up my thumb. More Citadel hits would be nice to get the Citadel mission out of the way. Okay, thank you. Let's see if we can keep going with the Citadel hits. Okay, that works. Prussian just decided to wake up and choose violence. Oh, when I cut, it's already bleeding. Damn it. I hate when that happens. Play a battle, and then hopefully, if we can get like 3 more Citadels, then I might just use a different ship after. But let me... I can't tell if that siren is in the game or not. That's weird. Or a siren like that. Alright, I believe it wasn't in the game. Yeah, I miss the, getting the bureaus like. I mean, the bureaus take a while to do, so. But I'd much prefer the bureau over the marathon thing. Because the marathon, again, it's more down to a time thing where, like, if I got premium, I can just let the bureau work and, well, or if I can just casually play and have the bureau in the background. And kind of same thing if I have premium, except it lasts longer. I hope spring actually comes in real life soon. This weather is just. I mean, today's rather nice out, but some days are gonna be nice. The other it's gonna be down to fucking 30. So it's like, could we please get at the very least the coldest it could be to 50s? That would be very appreciated. Although ideally, I would not be opposed at all to regular 60-degree days for a while. Well, I'm sure that the 90-degree days will show up this year. They always do. I think like the one day last year was like 100 degrees. I wonder like how good warmer weather is to operate a steam engine. Like I kind of figured it'd be, hotter weather would be a little bit better to operate a steam engine than colder weather because the fire doesn't have to work as well. They don't. I guess they don't have to use as much coal or oil, whatever they use to fire a steam engine. Well, whatever that particular steam engine uses. The one at my work uses coal. But I wonder how much easier it is, because like I feel like you wouldn't have to use as much coal, but you'd probably end up using a lot more water. Not gonna get to a point to get a citadel, but I'll just finish off that ship. What are you looking at? You just pop your head in and stand there. You can lay down, you don't have to stand there at the door. My dog just, because I have the door open, which I usually don't, and so my dog just kind of stands at the door and just stares at me. And he's kind of doing that right now. He's probably wondering who the hell I'm talking to, because he doesn't hear any other voice. Oh, pretty much everything left is a battleship. Well, on the enemy team. Prussian is one of the, well, I find legendary, either legendary tier or tier 4 are, I find, as the easiest tiers to get citadels. Oh, and then you're gonna turn away, of course you are. But it's like a hit or miss, depending on, pretty much, well, tier 4 more or less depends on how many cruisers the enemy team has. Because a lot of cruisers are just fucking, you look at them and they go boom. Continuing working on this. Not gonna lie, I was debating on making Lego reviews because I have like 4 Lego sets that I have yet to build One of which has been sitting here for almost about a year now. This May it's going to be a year because I got it May 4th last year, which is the mini scale acclimator. I don't know. I might just say screw it and do it. Because if it isn't already easy enough to tell, I kind of just upload whatever the fuck I want on this channel. Of course, there's stuff that sticks and stuff that doesn't get uploaded frequently because it doesn't happen frequently, like air shows. They don't happen over the winter. I am going to World War II weekend up at Reading this year, so look forward to that. I don't know if I'll be going to any other air show, but I know I'm going to that, which that excites me the most because I have yet to see a B-17 up close in person. I've seen one B-17 before, and that was years ago, just flying overhead. Like, I looked at it, and because usually I get jets over my area, like normal C-17s and KC-46s. The occasional C-130, but C-130s and B-17s are very distinctly different looking. C-130s are kind of, I would say, kind of more fat than B-17s. I wish I had more windows in my room. Like, I wish I had one that was forward-facing, but I can't because of how the roof is. Or hell, even if I had, like, 2 windows where my one window was, because it's like, it's one of those windows that's side by side, and so I can only really open one side at a time. I don't even know if I would prefer a normal, I guess, normal window that opens up or down. Like, I feel like that one would be bigger. Oh, holy destroyer. Alright, my secondaries really need to do stuff here. But yeah, like, the window's only about 2 foot by like 3.5 or 4 foot of the parts you can actually see out of. Ooh, you are... Alright, I'm gonna eat... I'm gonna say 4, or no, 3? 1, 2, 3, yep, eat 3. I wonder if I considered all that Yamato. What was the notification I got? It was a text. And of course I'm gonna get shot by everything over here, so I can't just... Well, actually that might be better. Although I do need to get these done. I think the Neptune would probably be the easiest to target. Can you not sniff my electrical outlet? If you unplug the TV, I'm gonna be very annoyed. Oh, come the fuck on. Could my repair party... Could that kill, please? Yes. Now, could my repair party hurry up? What is the ship that's left? Oh, it's another one of those. Okay. Please go around this way so I can just delete you. Thank you. And that should be it. Yes. And that should be the Citadel one complete. Alright, and then 2 more battles, which I'll use the for. I'm not sure what tier 7 I'm gonna get, because again, I'm not gonna do ones that already have the GXP version available. I really hate the camo for this. Like, it's literally, there is no difference. There's no difference at all. That is like a waste of a camo. You couldn't like at least give like the normal type of camo that the American ships have. That annoys the hell out of me. I still like to. I hope Sevastopol comes back as a bureau, just because I didn't get the opportunity to get it. But I'm happy I got Rhode Island. Action stations. What's my secondary? Oh, holy shit, 11 kilometers. I forgot that's how long secondary range on this is. As well as I forgot that I could use the steel to upgrade the, But I'm not really going to use the steel. Well, I did use the steel for it once, but I'm going to save my steel for... I'm going to save my steel for steel ships. Zao is probably going to be the first one to be close enough for my secondaries to start chewing up. The only thing I don't like about this ship is how squishy it is. It's very squishy.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Problem solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Try to get this side cleared out first. That did nothing.
Engine boost activated.
Wasn't it because the guns are like four? That might be because I think they're 14s. And that's gonna be Torbs. Or not.
Confirmed penetration.
My AP shells, I mean, are my secondary shells AP?
The ship is on fire.
Don't know, but at least I got that dealt with now.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Where the fuck did well, I know there's the Alaska over here.
Problem solved, sir.
That works. This is the only thing I hate about this ship is how squishy it is. And for a brawler like it is, that is not very good.
Our team has taken the lead.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Yep, I'm going into the wall. Or not. Alright, sweet. I guess I'll probably play some of my favorite ships. We'll try to get... Alright. I have these two done, so that's good. What are my missions looking like? This I don't really care for, but I guess it's... Right? Yeah, I don't care for, but it's good camouflage. Premium supplies, I still got all these to do. Here, I just gotta destroy 4 more ships. And then do that. And this one's almost done too. And a weekly boost is almost done, I just gotta do damage and that. Kinda sucks that I'm definitely not gonna be able to have enough to get, I think it'd be in special, right? Yeah, to get the Marco Polo. Cause I do want this ship. I can only hope that it comes back as a GXP ship. What was the, well, excluding this one and other ones that only come back for like a little bit, what was the last GXP ship we got? and excluding Mutsu. And well, I guess this one, but I got it when it was a free pack. Maybe it was this. Yeah, it's been a while since we got a GXP ship. I would not mind at all getting a new GXP ship. Tier 7 or 8. Tier 7s we haven't got. We haven't got. Well, I don't think they're going to do Jean Bart or Lenin. But if they do, it might be a watered down version. Or that one American destroyer. Um, as well as, well, I don't really care for if they add black or not as a GXP ship because I already have black, so. Whatever ones have they? I guess tier 8s. It'd be nice to get Musashi, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Siegfried, I don't think they're gonna do. Um, or really any of the other German heavy cruisers. I feel like if any, the current campaign ship, was it Blucher? I think it's how it's pronounced. I feel like if any, that will be the one that comes back as a GXP ship. I mean, I'm not sure how the ship is. Well, I guess there's also a lot more other ships that I already have that I'm just not thinking about. I'm just thinking about... Huh. Okay. Trying to think what other ones.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon. Enemy cruiser detected.
Let's say, of course, there's gonna be everything but a destroyer on this flank.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Damn it, wrong one.
Engine boost activated.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy destroyer blown up.
I would like a good, like, mid-tier American brawler, though. Probably not a tier 6,
Main turret critically
but
damaged.
like a tier 7 American brawler would be nice.
Our team is taking the lead.
Maybe they could... Well, actually, no, wait, there is a tier 7 American. Never mind, I forgot about that. There's a... Mass.
Problem solved, sir.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Our victory is in sight.
I feel like the American brawlers, though, like, they definitely have... Well, if you build them correctly, they have the reload, but I feel like they don't really have the damage compared to brawlers from other nations. Alright, and then that'll be it for tier 8. Sweet. Not tier 8, legendary tier, so we'll go down to tier 8 now. So, I should probably do this filter. Alright, so we got Laffy, we got Whiskey, Minagumo, Haitian, Som, Ager, I think it's how it's pronounced. Palmern B, Kronschnad. I haven't played Kronschnad in a while. I don't really like Kronschnad. I mean, like, the armor is, I think, pretty okay from what I remember. I don't think the AA is really any good. The secondaries, well, they're secondaries on a ship that's not a secondary ship. But the main guns, like, just don't fucking do anything. I probably would have liked Sevastopol a lot better than Kronstadt. We have Russia I haven't taken out in a while. As well as Navarin. I like the Michelangelo. This is one of my favorite battle cruisers. Valeos I haven't taken out in a while, as well as I don't think I've taken Dalian out in a while. We'll do Som though, because I haven't played it much. Yeah, because I've only played, give or take at best, that would be 6 battles. I'll probably definitely be streaming World Warships more during the next update. Not the biggest fan of Som though. Like, she's a good gunboat as in, like, her guns have good reload and then smoke and torpedo things. But the guns don't really do much damage compared to both my other tier 8 gunboats, being Laffy's probably the best and then Minagumo second best. Although it all depends on... What does it all depend? It all depends on your playstyle. Laffy is pretty much just straight up guns. But Minagumo could be better if you're good at mixing guns with Torbs. Yeah, we got Kremlin there. Hopefully by the end of the next update I'll have just enough to get Kremlin. I'm excited for everything, though I'm assuming it's probably going to be like all the other updates where not everything drops in the first day of the update. Which, that's the thing that kind of, like, makes... I feel like if everything drops the first day... Well, I guess it also is a reason that brings players back, but... The, Okay, yep, I guess there's just no fucking destroyer on this flank. Guns are actually... Oh yeah, there's also the balances that I'd want to look at. Well, balances and stat changes. Probably go look at those. Just to make sure, like, no random ship I have that don't use got... Like, pretty much to make sure something like Flander doesn't happen. Or, was it Key? Or Kai? Where it was just kind of a mid-ship, but then, like, they turn it into a brawler. I find brawlers to be a lot more fun than pretty much any other ship type. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love my accuracy builds. But I think it's more or less with brawlers, they're a lot easier where you don't have to fully rely on teammates like with other ships. Because, like, if someone pops up behind you, your secondaries can deal with it until your primaries can turn. That works. I can range that. Go over there. Really? That doesn't how much? Oh, I only did. It felt like I did a lot more damage. Yeah, it felt like I should have done so much more damage. Oh wait, no, this is the one that I should be prioritizing. Why the hell am I looking at that one? I don't care about that one. I like the more ways to get GXP now. It makes things so much easier and so much faster. Not easier, but it makes things so much faster. So I can get all GXP ships. I don't really like boosting the ships I already have with GXP, mainly because I still want to try to get get upgrades for all my ships that aren't that don't have all their upgrades. Even if I don't use that ship a lot, I just want to have it fully upgraded. But that doesn't really help when majority of the time that I play anymore is just because I'm trying to finish the campaign. So a lot of times, well, and I guess because I do this weekly where it does take a few million of my, well, not a few, but a few 100,000 of the doubloons I do have from, like, just the high tier ones. The low tier doesn't really do that much, but like those 10 battles will take almost about like 1,000,000 away. I like how this map is right now. I mean, like, yeah, it's a desert, but like it feels like nice summertime. Like, I bet the map's temperature right now would probably be like 80 to 90 degrees. Feel amazing. Go swimming in the water. Funny thing with swimming and destroyers is, I forget when, I don't know if it was when my great grandfather was in World War II or when he went back for Korea, but they were down in Florida. I want to say I feel like it was probably World War II, but his ship, they were down off the coast of Florida, or I think it may have been off the Florida Keys, and he somehow got knocked off the ship. And obviously, because it's a ship, so they can't just stop or turn around, he was floating for like, I think like an hour or 2 hours before they got him. He was just sitting there vibing with, like, when they found him, there was like a few dolphins that were around. Of course. Fucking ships. I fucking hate all these goddamn airplanes spamming ships. Literally, like, alright, you want to have them in the game? Cool, but could you at least add a mode that, like, just no planes mode? So it can't do carriers, and I would say, like, can't do hybrids or other ships, but they also still have main guns. So I think maybe have it where the planes are disabled for those, even though I know it, like, gets rid of their whole gimmick. There you are. Oh yeah, I should probably get moving. I am well within the kill range of Z. Oh, but I got another smoke screen. That works. Oh, there's Torps coming that way. I'm excited for the new Pan American cruisers. I think they're the first new tech tree we're getting this year. And I wonder if the Rio de Janeiro port is going to be a permanent one. I'd hope so. Like, ideally, it'd be nice to have a permanent port for every nation. Almost. I do need to get the balloons for next update so I can get the campaign. At least I know I'll have enough doubloons for whatever tier 7, because it just gets it down to 1 doubloon, which is basically free, considering you can get 150 doubloons from missions. Maybe I'll play a little bit of Minecraft today as well. What is today? Today is Thursday. This week is just fucking dragging on. So yeah, we got Thursday, then tomorrow Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I have work. And then Monday, update day. Wait, I got a few plans for stuff in Minecraft. I know obviously there's the walkways and stuff I gotta continue, which I already have enough planned out. So, I'm gonna do all what I have planned out. One is literally just boring a tunnel. And then after I get it complete and done in, I think I might move to a build on that center island. Or maybe I should actually build a house. Maybe that's what I should do. I should focus all my energy in building a house. Or base. Whatever you prefer to call it. Not all my energy, but like, considering that I have I only have actually one build, like not including the walkways, I only have one actual structure built in that world. Who the fuck did I detect? I detected over there. Oh no. You get rid of that Seattle. This battleship, I'm just gonna dump all my torbs on, which... Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Yep, perfect. Alright, got that done, that done, that done, and that done. Now it's just a weekly challenge. Dawn Discovery, whatever the hell it is. We got the weekly assignments done. Where'd I get? Oh yeah, I got the crates from that. Alright, we're getting close. The funny thing is, I like when I put a lot of effort into trying to get legendary tier ships that I'm most likely not going to play. Although, who knows, maybe this might be something like Prussian where I really like the ship. And probably one more until I can switch to a more enjoyable ship to play. How long are we at so far? We are at about an hour. Oh, this maybe be like a 3-hour thing. So this is just playing over and over again. But yeah, I'm really not much of a fan of this ship. I feel like what I should have did was skip out the campaign for this ship, get the current campaign and the next campaign. I feel like that's definitely what I should have did. Oh well, I can only hope that this ship gets buffed. Mainly just the fucking shell damage. And honestly, probably torpedo damage too, because I dumped how many torbs and it did nothing to that battleship. Well, not it did nothing, but it fucking... Pretty much any other ship, it would have sank that battleship, but not the torbs on this. I guess this is one of the ships that I hope gets... Well, I don't know. Maybe it might be getting buffed if I look at the whatchamacallit. What's my torb range, anyway? 12 kilometers. So they can range about to there. Maybe I'll just dump some torbs for the hell of it. Not like I have a torpedo reloader or anything. Or a reload booster or anything. And we'll see what wants to pop out. I think everything's popping out over there. Oh? feel like that should have hit. It was also too far away to tell. What just... Oh.
手法の部品って高いのかな。対応完了。トレーニングにもってこいだったね。敵戦艦の中に本物だ。
Could I get a fire, please?
Engine 出力低下。でも大丈夫。形勢が良好。陣形は維持したままで。煙幕展開完了。効果範囲
There's still a lot. I wonder. There's still a lot of ships that have yet to come to the bureau.
対応完了。
Like,
トレーニングにもってこいだったね。
I wonder if Prussian's ever gonna come to the bureau. Like, I feel like she should. And then defense as well. I feel like defense should be in the bureau just because, like, it's just kind of a mid-ship. So, like, it's not too, like, I guess I can see, like, if they don't bring Prussian to the bureau. But, like, defense, I feel like they should definitely bring to the bureau because that ship's not really too good anyway. Where'd the dog go? Huh. Okay. Yeah, I just realized my dog, like, up and left. That'll be done next mission, and then just one more battle of this. Then I'll still have to do this ship, of course. And then tier 7, probably kick it off with Jersey, and then do Tirpitz, and then... whatever tier 7. Maybe Belfast, just because St. Patrick's Day was at the beginning of the month. Well, Belfast 43, which... I like to look at Belfast 43 over the other... Well, the other Belfast is made to kind of look like how she does currently. Though I wouldn't mind seeing the HMS Belfast in real life. Although I believe the next museum ship, it's either that I'm gonna tour is either going to be Olympia or Intrepid, because they are the closest. And then maybe one day I'll make it up to see Massachusetts. I'd like to go see Texas as well. Maybe Wisconsin down in Norfolk. I don't know if I'll ever see Iowa. Maybe if I ever just... Well, if I go out there, it's probably going to be more for the Queen Mary than the Iowa, because I have I'm in. We got the New Jersey here into Wisconsin, down in Norfolk. Maybe some destroyers too to get a scale of like how small they are, because I'm just used to like how massive the Iowa class ships are, because those are the only ones I've been on. Well, actually, no. I've been on modern warships back in October for Fleet Week. Yet again, they also have fucking pocket dimension. Like I swear to God, that the hangar the one ship had was it the out. There was no way the inside will. There was no way they could fit the inside of the outside of it, if that makes sense. Like how the outside looks compared to the inside shouldn't be able to fit inside where it is. It's fucking pocket dimension, and you can't convince me otherwise. Probably should have dumped some over here. You guys can get one. But World War II style ships, I would like to see the Laffy, because it's the only sister ship to my great grandfather's ship. Well, his main ship. He was on in New Jersey for a bit too, so. But his destroyer Laffy's the only remaining sister, at least in America. There might be others. I don't think there are. I don't even know. Like, wasn't the last Fletcher class destroyer retired? I want to say like 2008 or something like that. Oh, I got one hit somewhere. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, since you have the lowest health, I'm gonna do this, and then it might be a good idea to. Oh, Brandenburg. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Actually, let's go after the Cleveland. The Cleveland would be the biggest threat to me currently. Oh, and a fire. Sweet. I wonder if I've ever played. I know I have Montpellier. I don't remember if I've ever played it. Because I got it from a crate. I think, right? I believe I got it from a crate. I know I didn't buy her because I wouldn't buy. New Jersey was like the only ship I would buy that's a direct reskin of an already existing ship. Let alone, well, as well as one I already have. Oh, that sucks. Imagi probably turned out of the way of my Torbs anyway. Alright, and I got that done, so that's... okay. Some Hunter camos. Ship parts, always welcome. So the Marathon is decently okay. What are the, not those. What are the ones for Hakuryu? Because there's Gneisenau, Tier 7, and Graf Zeppelin. Alright, well, Graf Zeppelin was not in my lineup for Tier 7 that I planned on playing today, but I'm still gonna do Jersey, Bell 43 and Turbits. We'll do Bell 43 first. See, Tier 7 is the only one I really wouldn't mind if it was play 5 battles for. Because I have so many Tier 7 ships that I don't get, because I only play 3 a week, full save, for example. And a lot of times it ends up being Flander. I wonder if the short I uploaded actually did upload. It did, and it has no views. Watch the short I upload it now. It's been up for an hour. Huh. I haven't really seen a Celtic out in the wild. Bell 43 is a pretty good ship from what I remember. Holy, that dispersion is fucking beautiful. And it's not gonna hit because the ship turned slightly. Should probably bring the chat back up. Alright, I got Torbs. I'm gonna get blocked by my teammates. Those probably aren't gonna hit. Those actually, well, they're probably still not gonna hit, but at least they actually didn't hit the mountain. I wouldn't mind having Celtic. I mean, it just would be pretty much another ship that I basically already have, because I have, like, I think all 3 American heavies that are pretty much like that. Just, you know, they got, like, different secondaries and all. And then we'll do Jersey next. Or how about Turpits, since we're pretty much already here? I wonder what other paint schemes I can put on Turpits. Don't I got like the St. Patrick's Day one? Yeah. What is... Alright, the weekly boost, I just need to do damage, and premium supplies, just play. Here... Earn ribbons, alright, easy enough. So yeah, we'll do Turpits and hopefully get all the ribbons by the end of this battle. Alright, I got a pretty decent spawn where I could easily get up into the action. Sweet. I don't like this map whenever I get that spawn. I always end up getting that spawn when I'm in a brawling ship. I like this or that one or even the spawns on the other side. Oh, that was... I wonder if this ship's ever gonna come back. What else do we got? Anything else I haven't seen in a while? Benson, Talon, Gron, Bismarck. Nope, not really. See if those hit. Maybe? One? Nope. What's my secondary range? 9.4 kilometers, okay. And I guess we'll... One? Nope.
災が発生してる。直ちに消火だ。魚雷命中。魚雷命中。敵戦艦を撃沈。魚雷命中。見事だな、指揮官。
I am spotted by... Oh, the Nebraska, that's right there. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
対応完了。まだまだいける。撃沈。私たちの勝利は目前だ。最後まで気を抜くなよ。指揮官、勝利をつかんだ。やればでき。
And almost. And when's the next time I get the what you call it? I'll be getting that, and then it'll be like 1, 2. Oh, so I'd have to complete the first week's thing to get it. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Should I do Grass Zeppelin? I probably should for the campaign. So we'll do Graf Zeppelin for not the campaign, the bureau. So I'll do Graf Zeppelin. And not exactly the best map for how I have my Graf Zeppelin built. Because I have my Graf Zeppelin as a secondary build.
Los geht's, wir machen das!
Should I go that way or that way? We got Blucher, Mass, Somme, Roma, Z23. I guess I'll go this way.
Oha, schau! Wir haben den Gegner gefunden! Jäger in der Luft!
This ship's decently fast. Just got a shitty spawn for having a secondary build. Which is 9 kilometers. But what I should do is go after the Zen. I'll leave the cruiser because the cruiser is closest, or not because it's just gonna shred all my planes. Or yeah, my secondaries are in range for that, so that's good. Fuck. Oh. If that hits, that's definitely on me, because I could have definitely dodged that. Well, if I could turn, be nice to get more of my guns in. Or that just happened, sure. I hate when that happens. All I need to do is just that always happens anytime I just need target hits. I'll turn around. Cause I think maybe the Nebraska might come through. Actually, wait, I could just
Jetzt ist alles gut.
do that, and we'll go attack the Nebraska. A shrill, I don't think I've ever seen one of those out in the wild. shit, that was what I was kind of trying to avoid. Please drop the full squadron first. Fuck, dropped too early.
Wir schaffen das.
Got it complete though, and got the what you call it for the bureau done. And 2 ships for here. Well, yeah, I know the 2 ships are gonna be easy to play. It's gonna be Hood and Munchin. Sorry about that. There's also Yukon that I have not played for a while. Lagunum, I still need to play more. There's a lot of ships I need to play more. Let's get down. I don't want to. Damn it! I don't want to use many boosters on that.
Action stations.
Damn, it's already. Well, I would say yeah, it's already. I uploaded a short and then doing this. Right now we're at hour and a half. This is another thing that sucks about the one. Well, I guess it sucks about the position. Well, I guess the location of where I live anyway, where the sun has. The way the sun goes around is a lot different than other places I lived. Because I think this is like the only. Well, not the only one, but like the only. Kind of like the only place I lived where the house is pointing more towards where the sun goes down, and holy dispersion. Oh no. Fuck! That explains a lot. I tried out a secondary build on Hood, and I keep forgetting to change it. That explains dispersion. 7 point. At least I should be in range for that cruiser if it doesn't just
Fire!
do that. Okay. That did a lot of damage, and there's also the King George there, which my secondaries might be in range for. Actually, the Megami would be a good target if their shots land. Or just an overpen, okay.
Our team has taken the lead. Problem solved, sir. Fire!
And... oh, damn it, I was kind of hoping for a secondary kill. What do we got over here? Heinrich. Alright. Might be a good idea to start fixing my health. That kind of sucked. I need to switch this fucking build. Put it back to Azerlane Hood. And I don't have one in... sell... what you call it? There we go. And then Munchen's like my other go-to tier 6 ship.
Die Schlacht beginnt.
Gegnerische Streitkräfte entdeckt. Gegnerische Streitkräfte entdeckt.
I love this ship. It's just funny because I got the ship just because I thought it looked cool, and then it's a really fun one to play. I like when I do that. When I get ships just because I think they look cool, and then they turn out to be really fun ships. Sometimes it might take a while, like with Flander. I don't think this ship had any, the Munchen had any major stat changes.
Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna die before I get any more hits. Well, yep. At least my Torp's got a lot of hits.
Der Sieg ist in Sicht.
One more down, and oh, I was gonna say that should be game, but it's not. Fuck. What is that? That is a Plymouth. Don't go in for the ram. You're going in for the ram. Or not, because you're dead. What the fuck are you shooting at? They gotta be behind an island just trying to aim. Yep. Alright, we got that. And, oh, cause flooding ribbons. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. And then tier 5. I only played this ship once. Should probably play it again. Whatever tier 5 ships did I get recently? This one I got recently. This one I've been working on trying to get all grinded. Well, at least up to 10,000. That's kind of what I keep everything at.
La battaglia comincia.
I really can't wait for the duck map, the Duck of War mode, or War Ducks, whatever the fuck it's called. I really hate this cruiser. I just want to get it done and over it once it gets to...
Allarme incendio!
Well, that could explain why I'm not fucking going backwards, because I'm not in reverse.
Abbiamo affondato un cacciatorpediniere nemico.
Avvistata corazzata nemica.
Abbiamo affondato un cacciatorpediniere nemico.
La nostra squadra è in vantaggio.
Wonder what campaign ships have we not gotten in a while. Well, we're getting a Spanish one, which is good. I don't... When was the last Pan-Euro? I don't think we've had a Pan-Euro campaign ship in... yeah, I don't think we have one of them in a while. Britain was last campaign. We haven't had a... Commonwealth campaign ship in a while, as well as a Pan-Asian one. I don't think we've had any Commonwealth campaign ship. Or no, Bisbane was Commonwealth campaign ship. I wonder if we're ever gonna get Bisbane in the in the Bureau. Although it's literally like we already have the other version of the ship, so I don't think so. Finally, I don't have to play this fuck-ass ship anymore. Whatever ones. This one I have not played in a while. What ship do I want to play? I'm thinking Warsprite. I've not played Warsprite in a long time. I wonder if we're ever gonna get a pan-European battleship line. I feel like we should, because there's a decent amount of pan-European battleships in the game. So I feel like a pan-European battleship line would be pretty cool. Maybe in the future we might get Spanish destroyers. It annoys me that the Pan-Euro line and the Pan-Asian line are missing, I think, like the tier 2 and 3 cruisers. I really wish they would just throw something in there. Oh, I also saw the collections thing we're getting, which is going to be a tier 2 version of Albany, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be working on getting those crates and completing that. That. We'll do this one, because this one's the closest. Oh, that works. I'll wait for my other guns to reload. That's still pretty decent. Okay, that works. Ooh, that Devonshire could get a little bit more broadside. I think that should be, yep.
ですが油断は禁物ですわ。左舷に魚雷確認。回避お願いします。左舷から魚雷が接近中です。左舷から魚雷が接近中です。暖かい日差し、気持ちいい潮風。
Alright, and then next should be one tier 4 and then a 3 or 2, which I think I'm gonna go with the tier 2, maybe tier 3? Tier 4, what could I do? I haven't brought out Yahagi in a while. There's also Miyogi, which I recently got. I say recently, it's probably like a month ago. We have Julius Caesar. I'm thinking I'll bring Miyogi out. I haven't played Miyogi much at all. I like the look of Miyogi. It's a nice little battleship, although the gun placement's a bit weird.
指揮官様、戦闘配置でございます。立ちはだかる者に
I
は
feel
容
like
赦
if
しま
this
せん。
perhaps a better place for the aircraft catapult would probably be there where the boats are. Or you could definitely like move the what you call it back, the superstructure back. Probably good, what, like 20 foot. I don't know if it'd be enough to add a second gun, but I feel like the second gun should definitely be like forward facing, not rear facing. Well, the section to have two guns. Probably not gonna land. Nope.
敵戦艦を発見しました。
Oh, maybe. Nah. Nope.
敵巡洋艦を発見しました。
Maybe this one because it's more of an angle.
敵駆逐艦を発見しました。
What is 4.2? Well, that destroyer's gonna be in that firing range very shortly.
火災が発生しております。早く消火しませんと火傷してしまいますよ。 敵戦艦を発見しました。
Oh!
敵巡洋艦を撃沈いたしました。
Okay, Miyogi. That was very unexpected. We'll see what the secondaries can do if they can do anything.
私たちの勝利はすぐそこにございます。神様、最後まで私たちを守りたまえ。 敵戦艦を撃沈いたしました。指揮官様のお力になれて何よりです。指揮官様、勝利いたしましたね。指揮
Alright, Miyogi did pretty good in that battle. It was probably the best one I've ever had with this ship, considering I've only played... Oh, yeah, I've only played 2 battles. Now we got, I could either do Arkansas, Agincourt. No, I think I'll go with tier 2. And use probably the first ship I ever had in World of Warships, being Erie, as I started on the phone version before I moved up to Legends. So I do like this little ship. Well, like, not a cruiser. Well, it's a cruiser in the game, but in real life, it's, I think, a frigate or a corvette. No, corvettes I think are faster. That's a weird. I still don't really fully understand frigates and corvettes. Like, obviously, I mean, just looking at this, it's not a destroyer. It looks more like a cruiser with destroyer armament. Or like, I don't know, fucking looks like a baby cruiser. Tiny. Although all corvettes and, well, I guess most corvettes and frigates are like, I think this is more of like a riverboat. More of a gunboat, actually. But frigates and corvettes are confused because it's literally, they're just like destroyers, but smaller caliber guns from everything I've read. Well, I guess the overall size of the ship is probably smaller too, but it's kind of hard to go off of. I guess it varies by navy because one ship might be a corvette for one navy and it might be a destroyer for another, like how Japanese medium tanks were pretty much basically light tanks compared to almost every other tanks available at that time, especially American, German, British, and Soviet tanks.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Oh, that's weird.
Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
This is a little fast ship. That's like 30 knots.
Our team has taken the lead.
Which I guess makes sense because if it was historically accurate for, like, if the tiers was historically accurate, I'm pretty sure this would be up here with like Fletcher class destroyers, Isla class battleships, and all that.
Enemy destroyer foundered. Our victory is in sight. Our victory is in sight.
A little bit too much of an angle to use AP.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser. Our victory is in sight.
And that's pretty much, I believe that should be all the weekly missions. Right, that should be the weekly missions. Yes. Alright, so now we'll open up all the crates. Just get the commander ones out of the way because they're all ones I already have. And we'll just open the rest of these. Oh, more GXP, some boosters, and camouflage. And we can melt down all the camos. I doubt I'll have enough to fully upgrade any of the camouflages I already have. Yeah, that's nowhere near enough. Alright, well, that did not take too long at all. It only took, what, almost well, basically like 2 hours on the dot because I spent a bit of time talking before I actually got into it. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. That'll be it for me, so this will be Alpha 118 signing off.